Greetings, chief auditors of the universe, guardians of order, children of Mercury. You're the ones on whose shoulders the structure of this world rests. While other signs are lost in their own thoughts or drowning in emotions, you keep reality in check, systematizing chaos. Your brain is a perfect biocomputer that never turns off, even in your sleep. You constantly scan the space for errors, inconsistencies, and dirt. But let's look at your own indicators. Do you feel that chronic fatigue that doesn't subside after the weekend? It feels like you're running in water. You work harder than anyone else. You save, you plan, you optimize. But the financial flow doesn't expand. It seems to hit an invisible ceiling. You're smashing against a glass beyond which you see abundance, but can't touch it. Virgo's problem is never external. It's always within the system. You become a victim of your own hoarding. But you're not just hoarding things. You're hoarding potentially useful resources. Your home and your psyche have become a warehouse, perfectly organized but suffocating. The energy of money is circulatory. It requires a flow, and your channel is clogged. It's clogged not by some mystical curse, but by a very real material blockage. There's an object in your space that acts like a black hole. It absorbs good fortune, generating a field of poverty and scarcity. It's a vampire object. It lies in plain sight or hidden in the depths of a closet, and every day it whispers to you on a subconscious level, you're not good enough. The future is dangerous. Save. Be afraid. The astrological situation at the end of the year is critical for Virgo. Your ruler, Mercury, is entering a strict configuration with Saturn and Pluto. This is the aspect of spring cleaning. The planets demand not just a spruce up, but a sterilization. Saturn, the ruler of time and karma, indicates that you're dragging along dead weight from the past 5-year cycle. 5 years ago, you may have made a mental mistake by clinging to a material object that had already outlived its usefulness. Now, before the chimes of December 31st, you have a narrow window to find this object and physically eject it from your reality. If you take it into 2026, it will continue to fester in your finances, turning gold into shards. This text is not a cleaning tip. It is a manual for surgical intervention in your destiny. We will find the source of the infection and remove it to restore the flow of abundance. But I must warn you of a mental trap that is unique to your earthly, practical sign. Your greatest vulnerability is the logic of what if it comes in handy? Virgo hates throwing away anything that could theoretically remain functional. You fix what's broken, you save old things for the dacha. You wear things that are still okay. This is the virus of poverty. The thinking error you risk making right now is to start justifying this item. You'll rationalize. Your mind will start searching for 1,000 reasons why you should keep this piece of junk. It's a memory. It was expensive, I'll fix it next year. Stop. This is the voice of your jailer. What you call frugality, the universe calls a mistrust of abundance. By leaving the old, you're telling the world, I don't believe I can afford anything new. You're programming yourself for scarcity. Are you ready to turn off this programming and trust the surgical scalpel of change? We're moving on to the operational phase. Put on your mental gloves. We're about to lance the abscess. You must understand the physics of this process. For Virgo, money isn't just bills in an account. It's a higher order energy that requires perfect spatial geometry. Money is a pure, sterile substance that flows only where there's no entropy, chaos. Your home is your outer skin, your exoskeleton. And if there's a hole or foreign body in this exoskeleton, the body begins to dedicate all its resources not to producing new funds, but to isolating this source of inflammation. The object you need to find functions like a system bug in the code. It consumes the RAM of your luck. What exactly are we looking for? It's not necessarily a pile of junk. Virgo's enemy is cunning. It disguises itself as order. A vampire often turns out to be an object that has been lying in its place for years, but is dead. The Virgo-Pisces astrological axis, which is currently undergoing transformation, requires you to get rid of anything that carries the vibration of stagnation and defectiveness. Here are 3 categories of items, one of which is your personal black mark. Take inventory right now. 1. Chronophage's stopped mechanisms. For Virgo, time and money are synonymous. You are ruled by Mercury, the god of speed and rhythm. If you have a clock in your home that stopped, a wall clock with a dead battery, a wristwatch with a broken mechanism. You've personally stopped your financial pulse. Stopping a clock in Virgo's field means stopping the heart of your cash flow. Every day, you stare at a clock that shows the wrong time. Your subconscious reads, "There's no movement. Life has come to a standstill." This is a powerful block to new income. You live in dead time. Either fix them immediately before the 31st or dispose of them. A dead mechanism shouldn't be in a living home. 2. Cortisol containers, clothes of gray times. Virgos have a unique tactile memory. Fabric is a carrier of information for you. You have an item, sweater, coat, boots, housecoat, that you wore during the most difficult period of the last 5 years, during a period of poverty, illness, divorce, or depression. You may think the item is still okay, high quality, ashamed to throw it away. But at the molecular level, this fabric is saturated with your sweat of fear and tears of helplessness. By putting on this item, you voluntarily assume the skin of a loser. You're putting on an old program. Money doesn't see you. It sees a walking monument to misfortune. While this textile archive of pain hangs in the closet, it emits a radioactive irritant throughout the apartment, repelling the energy of prosperity. 3. Artifacts of compromise, broken dishes, and broken appliances. Virgo is the sign of perfectionism. Your strength lies in integrity. Any crack in a cup, any chip on a plate, any glitchy phone with a broken screen that you keep using until I buy a new one. This is a hole in your aura. Wealth leaks through these cracks. But the worst thing here is the psychology. By using broken or chipped items, you're telling the universe every day, "I'm only worthy of trash. I'm ready for marriage. I'll endure." This is a manifestation of poverty. Money only comes to those who refuse to settle for less. Chipped dishes are an insult to the egregore of abundance. How can you accurately identify this object? Use the body test. Virgo is an earth sign, and your body is the best lie detector. Walk around your house. Pick up the suspicious object. If you feel a sudden heaviness in your shoulders, if your mood plummets, if you have the urge to quickly put it back and wash your hands, that's it. If your gaze constantly slips from a certain corner or shelf, if you haven't looked inside a certain box in years, the source of the problem is hiding there. This is an alienation zone where dead energy has accumulated. Your task until December 31st is not simply to move this from one place to another. Your task is annihilation. You must break the contract with poverty by physically removing this object from your space. Don't give it to the poor. Don't create poverty karma. Don't take it to your dacha. Don't contaminate another space. This object must leave your ecosystem forever. The trash can is the only place it deserves. We're moving on to the most painful part of the procedure, the physical removal of the object from your reality. As a zodiac analyst, you must understand, simply throwing something in the trash is not enough. If you do this with a sense of loss, regret, or fear, what if I'm doing this in vain? You will retain the mental connection. The energetic umbilical cord will remain intact, and even lying in a landfill, this object will continue to drain you of energy. Your task is not to dispose of it, but to annihilate the connection. You must delete the file not only from the desktop, but also from the recycle bin, and overwrite the disk sector with zeros. Psychological resistance will peak at this point. Your Virgo inner accountant will begin to hysterically count the losses. This old down jacket cost half my salary. This tea set is a memory of my grandmother. These appliance boxes might come in handy when we move. You'll hear the voice of poverty, a rational one. This voice will disguise itself as common sense. But you must know, it's the voice of fear of emptiness. Virgos hate emptiness. It seems unproductive to you. You strive to fill every inch of space with matter. But money is a gas. It takes up the space it's given. If your jar is full of old nails, you can't pour fresh honey into it. The law of vacuum applies more harshly to Virgos than to other signs. For you, an empty shelf isn't a lack of things. It's a landing strip for a new Boeing. You must learn to view discarded items not as a lost asset, but as an investment in free space. The value of the old junk you store is insignificant compared to the value of the energy it blocks. You pay rent for every square inch of your apartment with your attention. Are you willing to pay with your life force for storing holy socks or dried flowers? This is unprofitable. It's a default of your energy. Removal instructions, surgical protocol. When you handle the contaminated item, you must turn off sentimentality. No, thank you for your service. This isn't Japanese house cleaning. This is biohazard cleansing. You must feel a cold, sterile sense of disgust for the old code. Say out loud or silently, your time has expired. The contract is terminated. I return my energy to myself and the matter to the earth. At this moment, imagine the invisible threads connecting your solar plexus to this item being cut with hot scissors. Snap! The connection is gone. It's just trash now. Just plastic, fabric, or glass. It no longer contains a piece of your soul. Pay special attention to the packaging. Don't place this item on top of regular trash, so you don't see it every time you open the bin. Wrap it in an opaque bag. Black, thick plastic. This is a symbolic capsule of isolation. You're burying your past. You're blocking the radiation of poverty. When you take out the trash, don't look back. It's a biblical principle. If you look back, you'll turn into a pillar of salt. Don't regret it. As soon as the bag touches the bottom of the bin on the street, turn around and walk away. From that moment, the countdown to new funds begins. The body's physical reaction can be acute. During the cleansing process, Virgos often experience psychosomatic symptoms. A sudden runny nose, the body is crying, a coughing fit, rejection, a desire to lie down and sleep, system reboot, or even mild nausea. Don't be alarmed. This is intoxication from the released negativity. Your body is being cleansed at the cellular level. The dust you wipe away from the spot where the vampire stood isn't just dirt. It's the ashes of your burnt-out hopes. Wash it away with salt water. Salt is the perfect absorbent for earth signs. It neutralizes residual background noise. Wipe a shelf, corner, or floor with a saline solution. Now the space is sterile, ready to welcome new life. You may experience a phantom pain. Your hand will reach for the familiar spot where the item used to be. Your mind will churn out thoughts like, oh, I shouldn't have thrown it away. I could have used that now. Block these thoughts with a command. Cancel. Every time you regret throwing out the old thing, you send a signal to the universe. I was wrong. Give me back my poverty. Don't dare doubt the correctness of amputating the gangrene. You saved your entire body at the cost of losing a finger. It was a necessary sacrifice to Saturn, and Saturn generously rewards discipline. The operation is complete. The patient, your financial destiny, has been transferred from an intensive care unit to the intensive care unit. Right now, you should feel what a surgeon feels when he takes off his gloves after hours of work. Fatigue mixed with absolute crystalline calm. Look at the space around you. You see the same place, the same walls, but the physics of the air have changed. You've removed the clot. The energy flow in your home is being restored. You may feel a slight draft, even with the windows closed. This isn't wind. It's the movement of currents that have stagnated for years and are now rushing into a free channel. You've ceased being the guardian of dead matter and have once again become a conduit for living energy. Your task now is to maintain this sterility. Virgo knows cleanliness is not where it's cleaned, but where it's not littered. You've created a vacuum. There's a law in physics. Nature abhors a vacuum. The vacated space where the vampire lay is now the most active point in your apartment. This is a funnel, ready to absorb a new reality. And your financial statements for the entire year 2026 depend on what you fill this funnel with in the first 24 hours. If you throw other junk in there, you'll simply replace one disease with another. You must perform a golden implantation. You must implant the code of abundance in this zone to reprogram the memory of the space. For Virgo, money isn't abstract wealth, it's an instrument of order. It comes where there's a system. Now we'll install a beacon that will signal the money egregore. It's clean here. It's safe here. You can enter here. We'll replace the vibration of poverty and fear emanating from the old thing with the vibration of stability and growth. This action must be performed with the same meticulousness and seriousness with which you fill out a tax return or a medical report. No whisper to the moon magic, only the dry, earthly mechanics of interaction with matter. Ritual, financial calibration protocol. You will need a sterile napkin or a clean, new handkerchief. The largest bill you have in the house or a coin of the highest denomination, but a bill is better. Mercury paper. Important. The bill must be clean, not torn or wrinkled. If you don't have one, go to the bank and exchange it. Virgo doesn't work with dirty money. Salt, the crystalline structure of the earth. Procedure: disinfection of the sector. Go to the place where you removed the vampire, a shelf, corner, drawer. Even if you've already dusted it, do it again. Imagine erasing the invisible digital trace of the old program. The area should glow. Preparing the implant. Take the bill. Straighten it out. Place it in the palm of your left hand. Sprinkle a pinch of salt on top. The salt acts as an absorbent for residual information. It resets the banknote's history, turning it into a clean slate, and simultaneously grounds the energy so that the money settles rather than flies away. Installation: carefully place the bill with the salt exactly where the old item was. If it was a hanger, place it in the pocket of a nearby garment or attach it with a paper clip. The key is to hit the same coordinates. Code activation: looking at the money lying in the former trash spot, say out loud, clearly articulating each word. Mercury loves diction. A holy place is never empty. Where there was loss, there is now profit. I exchange ashes for gold. The coordinates are accepted. The system is working. Leave the structure for exactly 24 hours. During this time, the space will get used to the fact that wealth, not poverty, is now generated at this point. After 24 hours, rinse the salt down the sink into the water and put the bill in your wallet. You cannot spend it until the first full moon of the new year. It is your inexhaustible standard, a tuning fork by which all other income will be calibrated. Now you are ready. You have passed the audit. You have written off illiquid assets. You have cleared the balance sheet. 2026 opens for you with a clean slate, and how many zeros you'll have in your account depends solely on your discipline and hard work. But the main obstacle, the energy clot, has been removed. Blood flow has been restored. Breathe deeply. The air in your home now smells not of the dust of the past, but of the freshness of ozone and the crunch of new opportunities. To endorse this acceptance certificate and confirm to the universe that you have fully completed the instructions, please scroll down to the comments. Your signature is the seal on the document of your new life. Without this seal, the protocol will not take effect. Right? Access to abundance opened.